Hon'ble Justice R. Mahadevan sir, Mr. Devanshu Patel, Mr. R.I. Parekh, faculty members of Parul University, members of our fraternity, Subham Khare, Mr. Bill, who has graced this occasion from Australia. Fortunately, he was here, so I invited him. This kind of programs being organized by a university at Delhi, that shows that university is interested in the expansion and also with the broader knowledge of the students. If you take it from me, first of all, you have a great person here as a chief guest of this program, Hon'ble Justice Mahadevan, whose father was a very known writer. And Justice Mahadevan sir has delivered more than 99,000 judgments in Madras High Court. So that is a kind of capacity. Here at Supreme Court, when Lordship leaves in 28, limits office, we know that the pendency will be at the bottom. Prior to I start, I will tell Dr. Patel said that AI lies. Whether AI lies, AI 100% lies. Most of the students who believe in this, they prepare the petitions and sometimes the research by ChatGPT, and ultimately they realize that they have landed somewhere which is completely imaginary. And on many occasions, many top lawyers who have relied on AIs, they have failed. And that's why human intervention is still required. There is a old story, Dr. Patel, of a lawyer, patient, and a doctor. They all were friends together. They were staying at one place. So casually on the breakfast, the other friend, he asked that whether I am being a doctor, this other friend has sought an advice from me. Should I charge him? He said, yes, obviously you should charge him, because you have given your valuable advice. Thereafter, next day when he was about to prepare the bill to be sent to the patient, the other friend, he also received a letter from a lawyer that you have taken valuable advice from me, so you have to pay 50 pounds to me also. So this kind of image of lawyers is there. Other than this, a small kid, when he was in a function and he was asked that to tell about his father, and he said that my father is an actor. Sometimes he plays as a good man and sometimes he plays as a lawyer. So that kind of image we should not have. Most of the lawyers who are now the younger generation, they have created the good image of this profession. They all are working really very hard. And most of you, because of you, this profession has started getting respect and regard again. I remember my time when, despite having the good marks in my studies, when I got admission at law, many of my relatives were fed up. And they said to my father that he was a good student. And most of us, it was supposed that if you don't have any other option, then you may pursue law. So that is not the story nowadays. All the good brains, good minds, they all are joining this profession. As far as the subject is concerned, because we all are here to listen to Honorable Justice R. Mahadevan sir, so I should not take long. But I will tell you few stories and few cases which I have argued and I have attended in my initial days of my practice. Like there was a very famous of dead man walking. In Eastern UP, my lord, what happens that many of the relatives, they declare their own family members dead. And that's how they grab their property. Because the relatives has gone somewhere in Punjab, somewhere in some other state to work, and when they come back, they find that they are dead, their land doesn't belong to them, and they are running from pillar to post to get themselves declared alive. The village head is not declaring them alive. The relatives, obviously they are the persons who could be the witness, they are not giving their testimony that they are alive. And it took almost many years. When I was brought in this case, there was an association of 16,000 members of dead men. And they all were going from Allahabad to Lucknow to Delhi, and ultimately after 3 years of hard work, they all were declared alive And now, if you compare it with the AI system, with the current data feedback, you will find that similar cases may not happen today again because you have a complete database. So some of the times you have all this, and you see who are the even cyber fraud. Lordship's son is practicing, learning and studying, is doing doctorate in cyber law. Most of the cyber frauds in India are uneducated. You will find from Jamtara, you will find here in Noor, and many educated persons, even in Bharatpur, in the villages, my lord. It's really very difficult to understand that how they gather this kind of knowledge, who is training them, how they are having this kind of grasp, and it's really difficult to catch them. You are getting a call from Australia, getting a call from some US, UK, and ultimately you find that source is no. Source is Jamtara in Jharkhand, and the person who is being arrested is uneducated. So we all have to be very careful. Recently, Amitabh Bachchan got a firing because his voice was coming on every call. That you have to be very careful and you have to see, you should not pay, you should not leave your password and OTP. So many of the educated persons, they feel that they don't deserve this kind of teachings. But actually, you see most of the educated persons are being defrauded by these persons whom we treat as a fool. And many Jamtara persons have married now the foreigners because they know English. Sometimes when they require calling to someone, they have this, and now Netflix series is also there on this subject. We all, when we declare and when we work on the AI, we have to keep one fact in mind, that in India is a country of diversity. And in such diversity, you find that there are customary laws under 6th schedule. And the customary laws are such in which the AI may not work because the data feed, the kind of research that may not be available with it. You see in Ceylon, the Khasi community, when they divorce their wife, a wife divorces the husband because husband can't divorce. Wife can only divorce because it's the patriarchal society. When she wants to divorce the husband, what she has to do? She has to take the shoes of husband and keep it outside of the door. And the moment she keeps the shoes outside the door, divorce has happened. Husband can't enter in the home. The youngest daughter is the owner of property. Yet eldest daughter is the head of the family. Here the systems are completely different. Similarly, in Nagaland, in the Ao community, which is the one of the most educated community, you will find that if there is a dispute of land or property, the claimants will be taken to the actual site of the land and they will be given a piece of this mud and soil to eat. And who doesn't feel sick is the owner of the property. So many, and these customary laws are still valid. So first of all, when we start working, we all have to be very careful. We all have to feed the proper data. And initially, at least on traffic challans, on some other issues, smaller issues, because it also spoils the valuable time of the court. Recently in Hyderabad, I found that there was one traffic challan which was issued to someone and later he challenged. And ultimately, because of the AI, that challan was cancelled, though he was benefited by 500. But AI says that when he jumped the red light, there was a reason that an ambulance was behind his car. To give the way and passage to the ambulance, he crossed and again he put his car back. So he should not be issued challan. If that kind of program is happening, it's obviously going to help us. Ultimately, when the AIs are working, then they will work on precedents, they will work on the other explanations, the judgments, the authorities, the other opinions. And on many occasions you decide that, oh no, this judge was from this community, so he decided like this. She was a lady, so decided in favor of the lady. Generally, it doesn't happen in the courts. This is just a kind of thought. But at least if intervention of machine is there, AI is there. But you all have to remember that AI is artificial intelligence. It is not the actual intelligence. So first of all, you have to use AI. Supreme Court is also using it. Many of the courts in the US and UK, at least magistrates level, they are using it. But despite using that, you have to use actual intelligence. And many of the lawyers, they should take the help, they should seek help. Like I give someone to do some research, they send it back to me immediately, and the moment I put it somewhere, I find that this is from ChatGPT, this is from some other AI. So that you should not be caught. You are writing something, you do it properly, and you must remember that laws are completely on the basis of the government, on the basis of society of that particular area and region. Anything, whatever our freedom fighters did pre-1947, that was illegal. And whatever Britishers did, that was legal. Whatever the Taliban is doing today is legal. And whoever is demanding rights of education in the state is illegal. Is completely depend on the facts and circumstances and practices of that nation. We have to be very careful. I am here not to deliver, take long time, but at last I will request you all that the most of you who keep your profile pictures without face, new generation is doing this. Whenever you see, because this is the new era, this is the new society, this is the new you say that new generation, they are following so many new things. We are lagging behind, but wherever we lag behind, we always seek and take supports from you all. Vidya is here, I acknowledge your presence. So, other than profile pictures and some kind of artificial work, you all must interact with each other, you must read and write. There was an old saying, that Kakchesta Bakodhyanam Swan Nidra Tathaivacha Alpahari Grihyagi Vidyarthi Panchalakshanam. Means that you have to make efforts like a crow, you have to have the sensitivity when you are sleeping like a dog, and you have to eat less, you have to be passionate about leaving your home for studies, and combination of these 5 is the 5 qualities of a student. But nowadays, I will tell you all that you play well, you eat well, you sleep well. Other than that, whatever time you have, you devote your quality time for education, devote quality time for the interaction, and such programs where the persons like Honorable Justice R. Mahadevan is there, you all must participate, seek the guidance, see them, because North is also, I think, first generation. And I am also first generation. I have studied from a village school, completely a school under a tree. There was no English classes. I did not study English till class 6th. And when I came to Varanasi, I am the first person in my family who is in the city. So if I can do something in this profession and I can have good name, why you all will not have good name? A person like me, if he has achieved something, I assure you all that you all are at much better footing than me, and you all will achieve much better than me. You all will achieve great success, bring repute to the society, bring good name to the society and for your family. I thank everyone for inviting me, and keep organizing such programs, keep motivating the students. Thank you so much.